Hey guys, Adrian here, and today we're taking a look at iDashboard for... Hey guys, Adrian here for the Tech Social, and today we're taking a look at iDashboard for the iPhone. This is for iOS. It's available for the iPhone and the iPad, and essentially what the developer aims, as they claim on their app info, that it's basically everything you need in one app. All your daily news and your Twitter and your social networking and your essentials all in one application. Think of it as your all-in-one dashboard. So you can see here I have hooked up my a couple of my accounts. It said it couldn't access my Twitter account, which I noticed it said that for some reason, but it clearly has access to my followers. So I have noticed that there's a little bit of an issue where it told me I couldn't connect my Twitter account, but my Twitter account was already connected. That's one bug I noticed, but I'm sure at least the feed is working properly. Basically, you have all this relative information here, and basically combined is your Twitter feed thrown together with stuff like sports feed, news feed, tech feed, and the fun feed and all this other stuff here. So you can actually add feeds simply by going to your settings here, and when you start the app, it asks you how to add everything in and everything like that. But you can go into your hit settings and you can start adding in feeds here. Now you can check online for more feeds, but they really don't have a huge broad category stream. You can see here it's only about one or two. So in terms of navigating, they don't have a bunch of like I said, they don't have a lot of selection to choose from. You're better off adding them in manually, which can be a pain if you don't know the RSS link. Like I said, you can add a new. They do give you that option to add a URL, which is nice. But again, like I said, their own selection isn't too broad for most categories. Like tech only has CNET, etc., etc. So if you want to add stuff, definitely feel free to put it in your RSS. But it'd be nice to see a little bit of more selection in the actual categories section. At the top here, you have your things like Facebook, Twitter, news, tech. If you tap on things, you can turn them on or off. So for example, you can see here when I turn sports off, I don't get any of those sports updates. So if you kind of want to filter down when you wake up in the morning, for example, and want to read the news, you can kind of filter everything out except for news, for example. So you can just read the news, which is really, really awesome. The thing this app does really well, it's a really simple interface, really simple UI. If you want to turn something off, it's just a tap away. I can click on something here and it brings it open in their iDashboard browser, which I also like that it's a full-on type of browser where I can read the content I want to read, and then I can easily share it out using that built-in iOS functionality. So I do like that aspect of the application. It's very native to iOS users, so they'll be familiar in how to navigate it. At the bottom right here, you have stuff like you can, for example, I can jump between categories. So let's say I turn them all on. I can jump between Twitter. I can jump between combined, that sort of thing. Combined basically is all of them, like I said earlier. You can also set alarms. So like I said, this is an all-in-one application. So things that you would do on different applications, like setting an alarm, you can easily do that. So I can add a new alarm here if I wanted to, and easily set up an alarm to remind me something, maybe to wake up, or if I need to remind myself to do something in a couple of minutes, I can set that here. I can also sync it with my calendar. So when you open this application, it asks for a lot of access to your applications like location services, a calendar. You can turn on what you want to give it access to. Again, that's all up to you, but what it does in that case is it brings everything all into this one application. So you can see if I have any events scheduled for the day. I can also, like I said, I have all my alarms put in here if I want to put in my alarms in here. I can also, at the top here, you can see I have a time right here. So with the location, it knows my time, etc. And I can also get my weather over here. So not only does it have a clock, but with the current location, it shows 70. It'll show 74, and it'll show my weather. And I can go into that, and it'll bring me to the weather bug site here. Now, earlier I gave it location access, and like I said, I've had a bug where it tells me, same with the Twitter, it can't find my location, but it got the weather perfectly. It's bringing in the right weather with the wind and the weather currently. So there is a little bit of an issue there with the Twitter and the weather, but for the most part, it still works. I mean, it says it can't find it, but it's still working. And last but not least, you have music. So you even have access to your music account here. You can start playing songs, or you can go in here, pick an album, for example, or pick your purchase songs through a playlist. If you have a playlist, you can see you have a purchase playlist. You can use that as well, which is really awesome. So you can listen to your music, you can check the weather, you can see the time, all in this one top interface pane, which is really, really sleek and works really well. And then on the top of that, it has all this news content built into it. Definitely something for an all-in-one, application. If you're not, if you're looking for all these separate apps like alarm clock apps, if you're not happy with the stock apps that they provide, this is something for news junkies, readers, etc. And in the settings, they also provide things like nighttime mode, for example, so you can just turn it on so it's just showing this time. It's not really, the screen isn't really illuminated, so it's nice to kind of have an alarm clock sitting there, and you can go into daylight mode if needed, daytime mode, to get all access to everything else. Overall, really solid application. A tiny amount of bugs that I've encountered, but nothing that's caused the app to crash or everything. And, it just, again, that bug saying that things aren't connected even though they are. Other than that, works really flawlessly. Again, you can add tons of feeds in here, your tech feeds, news feed, sports feed. You can even change the names of your feeds if you want. Like I said, you can change it from fun to maybe, you want to add something like business or work into the feeds. You can turn off certain feeds if you don't like them. You can change metric or English for weather settings. You can change the clock to 12 hours or 24 hours. You can log in through your Facebook and or Twitter account to hook up your social networks. Overall, all-in-one, great application, iDashboard. Take a look at it in the App Store today. I'm Adrian for Tech Social. Thanks for watching.